Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Post of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona.
On a Sunday.
Right, that is true. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison.
I'm Jimmy.
Aisha.
Beat you to the punch today.
I know, because I was trying to do something, so my bad.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community throughout the week. Let's get it going. So, welcome in today to Habari Live, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of the community. Today on Habari Live, we have the privilege of welcoming a dynamic and inspiring individual. King Kong is a multifaceted professional who wears many hats, with grace and passion. He is not only a charismatic host of the Black Male X Conference, an event dedicated to empowering and celebrating Black men, but he also shines as a wedding officiant, bringing joy and unity to countless couples with talent for connecting with people. Ken is sought after as a host, as an MC for a variety of events. He's always bringing his unique blend of energy, humor, and authenticity. Above all, Ken is just a proud father and a role model for a lot of people out here, man. And we are really proud to have him here at the show.
Oh man, thank you.
That's the most sincere one he's ever done.
I appreciate that. I usually be the one talking people up, so it feels good to be talked up on a little bit. And shout out to all the real fathers out there today. It's our day. I know most of us won't get anything, but maybe a text message or something like that.
Right.
But you know, Mother's Day, they fly cross country to make sure they can see their mother. For fathers, we might get something, but shout out to all the fathers out there that's taking care of their responsibility. And if you're not in your children's lives, this might be a good day to try to do that.
Man, that's what we're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
It's bring him down. It's been bring his camera down. Like point it down. There we go. I think that, my old lady was talking about it earlier today, man. She's saying that she's seen a lot more positive things than she said than normal this year. And that's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
It's because it'd be a lot of years we see people fighting on Father's Day because most of the women want to take this day for themselves. They say this is their day, because they doing it by themselves. So the man doesn't count anymore. He just spermed on it, as they like to say.
Yeah. I usually make a post every year, and I will do it again this year. When the first time a father that takes care of his children as the primary custodial parent gets a Mother's Day card,
right,
will be the first day that a mother should get a Father's Day card.
Man.
But see, I was raised by a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was my mother.
Right.
People say my mother was my father. My mother was my mother. I didn't have that father in the house. He chose not to be a part of my life and things like that. So for me, it's okay to say my mother was there, but if they have Mother's Day, how can they have Mother's Day and then have father? That's just crazy,
sense, bro. It don't make sense.
And let's just be real. A lot of these mothers, they only the custodial parent because they're keeping the fathers away.
Right.
So it's one thing if the father chooses not to be a part of the children's lives, but it's a whole nother thing if you doing everything to prevent him from being a part of the lives of the children, but you want to take credit for keeping him away. It's sad. It shouldn't be like that.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
And like you said, I was raised by a single mother also.
Yeah.
And she I love my OG.
Right.
She would say, I'm the hog with the nuts. It's like, Mom,
right.
you ain't got no nuts at all. You
Exactly.
can say it all you want to, but we know what's going on.
Exactly.
But she tried, but man, you can't wear both of those hats, man, because it's just that man example, man. It's just something that women that you cannot duplicate You can't
Exactly.
mirror. You can't be us. It doesn't matter how old you try. You make decisions differently than a man gonna make decisions.
100%.
And we just two different. We're different genders, so we're gonna do things differently. This is how it is.
Right.
And
I mean, y'all do also got those mamas that's out there that be like, "This your daddy."
oh yeah, and any cat that they
This
dating at
your
that time,
daddy.
This your new daddy.
right? It's your
This your
new
new
daddy.
This your
daddy.
daddy now.
Nah,
You
Ain't-
know.
man.
Ain't that what Dashiki had all her kids? Are you my daddy?
Yeah.
You my dude.
That's a whole other issue right there. As somebody who have been on the phone and your ex tells you, oh, she got a father now, and he's the best. He better than any father she ever had. And then you
Oh,
go,
my
wow, you
goodness.
just gonna disrespect me like that.
Man.
Yeah.
But these are the things that when people are hurt, they do that, and
Mhm.
it's like. But those scars, they never go away. Like I will
I'm
never
sure,
look at
like,
my
how
daughter's
can
mother like that.
how can you?
That's how some people do it, man.
And soon they get it mad. A lot of these women go, and they ain't your son, they ain't your kids anyway.
Right.
Why would you even say that to a man?
You don't.
You
do
trying
that.
to cut him to his core when you say stuff like that. But
I think that the women that say that, they be like, you ain't. They say that because they know in their heart of hearts, you ain't the real daddy. Somebody else is the daddy.
Don't wait till the kid's 17
Right.
at 9 months and then tell me
18
that.
years,
You know what I'm
18
saying?
years.
But
That's tough, man.
it's sad.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
sad.
though I don't like him now.
Right.
That song was a good song.
Yeah.
18 years and found out he wasn't yours.
Yeah.
Hey, we see it, man.
It happens.
It happens, bro.
It happens. And then, the other part of the game is, oh, we married,
Mm-hmm.
but we ain't together, or you go out and cheat and then you get pregnant by somebody else. And then if we get divorced, I'm still the responsible parent because it happened during the marriage.
Right.
So I have to
And
take
you
care of the
probably
child
signed the birth certificate because
thinking
y'all
it's
was
yours.
married.
Thinking it's yours.
Mhm.
And you find out later it ain't even your
It's not
kid.
even
Like
you.
these are the games that
That's tough.
we deal with as men, and but these conversations, and the one thing that I do love, a lot of my friends I grew up with, either the father wasn't there for one reason or another,
Right.
but at least when we had our own children, we did what we could to break that cycle. And like, nah, I used to be a kid saying, if I ever have any kids, I will never
Man.
be the way my father
For
was.
real.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't. So,
Mhm.
but you think you have a child, I'm gonna be with this woman, hope everything work out fine.
Mhm.
And in cases that's great, that's beautiful, and that's wonderful.
Mhm.
But sometimes people just grow apart. You don't see the same way of parenting,
Yeah.
and family, friends, and ears and stuff like that. You let that infiltrate,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, y'all on the outs, but you trying to see your child, and they, well, until you do what I want you to do, you can't see it. What?
Right. That's not something that I totally disagree with.
Yeah.
Is using your kid as a pawn to get what you want out of a relationship.
Oh man.
Or using your kid as a way of punishing a person because they didn't do the relationship the way you wanted them to.
Exactly.
Those are the things that women and some men, they have to get over, man.
Yeah.
You can't, if it didn't work out, that's fine. You move on with that relationship, but that kid should not have anything to do
Nothing.
with y'all trauma and y'all drama at all.
Nothing.
That kid should still see his father. I saw a video today. The kid was trying to go, the dad was trying to go to the kid's graduation, and the girl took the kid out, and the little kid was like, "Daddy, I love you, and she's snatching the boy and trying to get the boy into the car. Dude walking behind. What did I do? I showed up to the kid graduation. I got a present. She going to the car mad. I didn't invite you here. Like, what is going on, man? Like, I don't understand that type of shit,
I had
man.
a friend
She
of
mad
mine.
the relationship didn't work out.
Right. I had a friend of mine, daughter graduated from high school,
Mm-hmm.
and the mother didn't get him a ticket
Wow.
to the graduation, and he couldn't go.
Wow.
So, stuff like that is where you
Ooh.
go, how do you ever think you can ever come back to me later and be like, I'm sorry for the way I acted? Like, no, sometimes y'all take stuff too far. You do too much that we can't come back from.
Yeah, that
You-
one's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's real tough, man.
Fathers go through a lot, and being on this side now compared to when I was a child going, I don't even got his phone number. I don't know where he lived, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
To now it's like fathers fighting. And the court system really ain't on our
No,
side.
the court system is rigged for them, unfortunately.
All they gotta say,
Depending on the state you live in.
depending on the state,
because Arizona is a 50-50 state.
if you can get it. If you can
Right.
get it. The thing is,
If you can prove
if
it.
you can prove it. A woman, all she really got to do is say, "Oh, I'm afraid of him. He abused me, and then he endangered our son." They give her a restraining order and everything. Next thing you know, you go to court thinking everything good, and they go, "Oh, there's a restraining order." And wait a minute, what happened?
So I can't even be in the court because there's a restraining order.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to. I saw you pushing the Black Male X conference, and you were on Channel 3 here?
Yeah. I was on Channel 3, and I was just hosting that conference. Shout out to the founder of the conference, Sierra CC Connerly, and her right hand woman, Vetta Murdoch. They were like two of the main people to put everything together.
Two black women. Man.
And they wanted to do it for Black men.
That's dope, man.
And Sierra called me like 3 months ago. Like, I'm thinking about doing this. God put this on my heart to do this.
Yeah.
And within 3 months, everything she made it happen. And it's already in the works for 2025, the next conference.
We saw that.
I saw the tickets were already available.
Yeah. So, and it was so many people that came there. So, we talked about health, mental and physical health. We talked about finances. We talked about technology. We had a barbershop conversation hosted by my guy, Big Baby. So it was a lot of different people that came. People came from Ohio. People came from New Mexico. People came from Vegas. So it was like people from Arizona. So it was just like a melting pot of brothers that were there. And it was so welcoming. That's, if I could put any word to it, it was just very welcoming.
Man.
And I already told her, well, you got me for next year. You got me for as long as you want me to do it. And it's a thing because it's so many things for women. They got this for women. They got this for women. When it comes to men, we don't have a lot of things that are just ours.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? So for me to be a part of that, it was a beautiful thing. And me, I'm a community person. So for me, if you're doing something for the community, and I feel like it's a positive thing that can build and be, an outreach to other brothers, I was all with it. So man, it was beautiful.
So I mean, you've always been that type person, man. You've been as long as I've known you, you've always been doing something in the community, pushing the community, doing something to help the Black community. So where does that passion and influence come from, bro, that pushes you to that, man? You care so much.
I'm originally from Chicago, and for me, that was my community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to look around like, where the Black folks at? I woke up every day and you know what I'm saying, they were there. I didn't have to go look for them or nothing like that. When I came here, it wasn't necessarily like that. Compared to when I got here, even when you got here, the Black population has exploded.
It definitely has.
And, you know what I'm saying, in the Phoenix area. You know what I'm saying?
I got here in 1973.
Yeah. So for me, it's like just going out, like we met doing music, you know what I'm saying? Like we met at the Big Fish Pub and everything like that. Shout out to Dub Nation and everything.
That's real, bro.
So I'm an MC too. I rap, I produce, I do that as well. So that's where it started. And then I was just meeting people, and then I'm like going out to different spots, support artists, and then you just build your network up. If you somebody who really wants to be a part of something, you have to put that legwork in. You have to. This is why social media kind of distorts a lot of things, because, and we were just talking, like, a lot of young men don't even know how to approach a woman. they'll DM them. They'll, like all their pictures until the girl say, "Oh, I see you liking all my pictures."
Right.
Jimmy.
What I got to do with that? You never seen me do that.
But as far as meeting a woman in public and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such." How,
Yeah.
they don't know how to do that,
Or they don't have the confidence to do it.
and that's what
I got
social
hella
media.
confidence.
That's what social media
Or-
gives them
Or
the access to.
You got
Right.
the brothers that'll walk up on you, "Hey, baby."
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah.
We don't want to talk.
We don't
Or the
want to talk
ones that
about
scream
that.
from the car, "Hey."
Well, at least they hollering. They not, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna go, "I know her," and
Let
see
me
you
try to-
there, and then all of a sudden, while you standing on the corner, they DMing you at the
Right.
same time. Like, "I see you standing on the corner right there.
Right.
I'm in the car. Look to your left." That's
some
how
people
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's how they are now.
That's
Because
how they are.
really don't know how to just approach a person, because the internet has brought that meeting.
Yeah.
It's taking it away. They'll rather DM you.
Yeah.
They'll rather hit you or like you, like you said, like the pictures. Man, it's when we was back in the day, man. You had to put the legwork.
You
in.
had to.
There was no ifs, ands, and buts. So if you didn't get out there, bro, nobody knew.
Nobody knew you. Nobody knew you.
You can go and you can post all you want to, but
And
nobody knew who you were.
And this is the crazy part. I remember telling people that, I rapped and did beats and everything like that. And people were like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then I started performing, and then people started hearing the music, and it was like a year. And this is when it started to turn, because I would do man, they like, "Man, you be spitting." I'm like, "Man, thank you, man. Who do your beats?" "I do my beats." "Man, let me get your number." And I say, "Okay." I would give them my number, tell them to call me.
Mm-hmm.
And when they call me, I go, "Oh, look, I already got your number. I told you a year ago I did beats." And then they was like, "Dang, my bad, bro, my bad." But that's how long sometimes it takes
Yeah, man.
for people to go, "Oh man, he really doing something out here."
Mhm.
And the way I got into hosting, it was an event that was called the Vibe Session. Shout out to Just James. I give him credit, because I went to the event.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "Man, what am I gonna do on a Monday?" I was like, "Oh man, this came up on Facebook. Let me roll down there."
Right.
I'll go, and Just is playing bass. He's putting people on the list. He's trying to announce people. He's doing this and that. And I really didn't know him like that.
Mhm.
But I was like, "Hey, bro, if you need somebody just to, call people off the list,
I can help you.
I can help you
right.
with that." And he was like, "Yeah, cool, man. Thank you." So I hosted that night, and then they was kind of having some technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go, "Why they having some technical? How everybody doing tonight? Who we got in the crowd? And I see a few people I know. Give it up for such and such. Give it up."
Right.
And then he was signaling like, "Okay, we cool." I'm like, "All right, we gonna get back to it." And he said, "Man, can you come back in 2 weeks?" And I came back in 2 weeks, and then I kept coming back. And then he was like, "All right, Ken, you the host. We gonna pay you to host."
Damn.
And I was like, "Y'all gonna pay me?"
Right.
I was just happy to, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
to be there and to keep networking and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But once he paid me, that made me a professional. Now I can go, if he paying me and you want me to do the same thing, y'all got to pay me too.
It's
You know
real.
what I'm saying? The only time I don't get paid, and this is something I try to tell people, if we doing something for the community and
Mhm.
ain't nobody getting paid, I'm cool with that.
Right.
But if somebody getting paid and you want me to donate my time, I'm not doing that.
Right. That's real. I mean, that's only fair.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't look at things fair.
Yeah.
They look at it from, I want to use you up and maximize the potential of what you can bring to me, but give you little or nothing. And these are the things and the people that we got to watch out for.
So, I mean, we know what type of dynamic. I mean, your dynamic is just crazy because you're just across all boards. Now, how did you get into wedding officiating? I mean, you the MC, you the host, and then you just came down and said, "I'm finna start marrying." Like, dog, how did you get into that?
Shout out to the Garens, Tony. Happy Father's Day, and his wife Latika. They were getting married,
Mhm.
and Latika came on my podcast, and we would stay cool. And she was like, we set a date, and she sent me an invitation. I said, "Man, I'll be there."
Mhm.
And she was like, "And we really appreciate it if you would officiate for us." And I was like, "Huh?" And she was like, I said, "How does because I had met Tony one time, and I said, "Well,
Mhm.
how does he feel?" She said, "Well," he said, "Whatever make me happy, let's do it." So she was like, "Go here, fill this outside, this, and blah 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 blah."
Wow.
And I did it, and I took one picture saying, "Hey, I officiated this wedding," and then the floodgates
Man.
opened up after that, and it's been beautiful because I was single before I married my first couple, and I'm gonna be honest, marriage wasn't even in my top 100. You know, I was one of them happily single men. I wasn't like sitting at home going, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I was not like that. I was happily single. But when I started talking to these couples, and like I said, my father wasn't there, and my mother never brought men around. So I never saw that interaction between a man and a woman where they really actually cared and loved and wanted to be together like that. Even my family, you know, I had aunts and uncles that was married and stuff, but I never saw them hold hands. I never saw them kiss each other. I never saw them even sit by each other on the couch or watch a movie. You know, all of the interaction that you need to see.
Definitely.
So, you know, you trying to figure these things out yourself if you've never seen it before. And you start thinking dysfunction is function until you start seeing people that don't argue, that really like to go out together and don't just show up because it's an event for the family or the kids. And then as soon as the event is over, they go back to living their separate lives and stuff like that. So when I sat down and talked to Teak and Tony, I saw like they really loved each other, you know, and it was a beautiful thing for me to see because I hadn't seen it like that before, you know. And then once I married them, and then I started marrying other people, then I would sit, you know, talk to them, and what I learned to discern for myself, these are people I want to marry, or these are not people that I want to marry. Because if I marry you and I don't feel like you guys are really a team and y'all really want this and y'all 100% all the way in it together, I don't want to be a part of that. You know, not every marriage is going to last forever, but at least I want to know when I'm going in that I at least think in my mind it's going to make it, you know? So once I did that first wedding, and then people were like, "Ken, you do weddings? I'm getting married." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I was doing them on the low, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, my name is ringing in the streets just like anything else. Well, look, this is my fee and this is what I charge, and you know, stuff like that. And you know, people don't have a problem because they know what I bring, and you know, I get to know the people. So when I married them, if anybody didn't know who I was, by the time the wedding was over, they feel like, man, he knew everything about them. He was bringing up this, and you know, they met over here and blah 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 blah. And, you know, stuff like, because I ask questions where I want to really know how y'all met, what made him the right one, what made her the right one, when did you know, you know, things like that. The things that are important. But you know, a lot of times in relationships, because when I was younger, all my friends that got married all got divorced. And I would be like, so what happened? Why y'all getting married? Well, we been together. She ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. So I'm like, you might as well just go ahead and get married. It was never like, I love her. She's been here for me when I didn't have none. He helped me where he supported me through school. You know, he was, when my mother passed, he was supporting me and blah blah. That kind of stuff is the stuff I was looking for, but I wasn't seeing that. It was just, well, we got a kid and we together, so we might as well just go ahead and get married.
You lost already.
So then, you know, but it's like anything else, and I'm pretty sure you see things now. When you in a strong relationship or you're married, your friends kind of like adjust, and then you're around more people in real committed relationships or married, and you see like the inner workings, and you have somebody that you can bounce things off of, questions and things like that. So that has been a blessing, because I was kind of like the single friend that my friend was always trying to hook up with somebody, and then it was just like, I don't have to be that friend anymore. But I have friends who like, man, can't hook me up, and I'm like, you're not ready, and I'm not even putting my name on you because I already know it's not gonna happen. I wasn't ready to get married until I was ready to get married. And then once I got married, look, I married my wife in 3.5 months.
Wow.
Of meeting her.
That's crazy.
Straight up.
You knew.
I knew. I met her on Facebook on Saturday. I saw her on Sunday. I saw her on Monday. I saw her on Tuesday. Wednesday, every woman I have been dating with and dealing, I called them and told them I'm done.
Hey, it's over with.
It's over.
Yeah, man. Some people say when you know, you know.
But let me say this: I was almost 50.
You know,
I was almost 50. I got married at like 49 and 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
My best friend said she gonna hit you up for a vow renewal.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm doing one for my sister and my brother-in-law. They doing their 25th in Chicago in November, and they asked me to come up there and do theirs. Man. So yeah, man. It you know, and let me tell you, a lot of people out here, if you're doing vow renewals or if you're doing a wedding, things like that, it's about you and the person that you marry.
That's real.
You don't have to have the biggest wedding on planet Earth to have a beautiful day.
That's real.
I married people in backyards, in front of family and friends. I just married a couple recently at Encano Park, standing on the bridge with people on paddle boats going underneath with their family on Zoom. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's about them. Yeah, it's not about you and, you know, all of this kind of stuff for people. But if that's something you want to do, that's fine. But at the end of the day, my job as the officiant is to make sure that your day is as beautiful as I can make it.
Yeah, you don't want to turn into a bridezilla like we be seeing on these shows. These girls going crazy because the dress ain't perfect and this ain't perfect, and
it's always gonna be some drama. Even if it's 5 people, it's gonna be some drama. But you just gotta be like, it's okay. We gonna get through it.
Look,
you know,
it be for real some drama. Like I saw this video where this lady, she was the maid of honor, and she was like, I just got the maid of honor dress in the mail. It was, you know, I'm excited for the wedding. And she pulls the dress out of the box.
Man.
And it's literally like this neon green.
Yeah.
It's ruched with ruffles. Like it was just like one of the ugliest dresses ever.
It's not the dress that she picked, I'm guessing.
It's the dress that the bride picked for all the bridesmaids and the maid of honor to wear.
She didn't want to get shown up.
And
oh my, that's
she really didn't. She put the dress and look, she called her best friend when she got the package in the mail and was like, best friend,
right,
this dress is ugly.
Yeah.
Are you really gonna have all of us wearing this dress? It's really that ugly. I really don't feel like we should be wearing this. Like the color is even ugly. And she tried the dress on for the best friend, and the best friend cussed her out and told her, you ain't welcome to my wedding no more. You're not even a maid of honor no more because you didn't like the dress that I picked out for y'all to wear.
Oh my goodness, I can't do it. Look, man,
it really like these women really be getting like that, and I'm like,
a lot of them do. And
what's the comment, Jim?
Oh snap! Ken Collins in the build in the house. Been many moves since those poetic soul days. Yeah. Much respect. Shout out to the Habari team as well.
Shout out
for sure. Elijah. Who was that? Elijah. Oh, okay. You know Elijah.
Yeah.
He does a lot of shit for us, man. That's the homeboy.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. We see a lot of. So how many? Say what?
Sorry, Aisha spelled sure wrong. She said SHUR.
Shut up. I knew that's what he was laughing at. I responded to a comment and didn't.
She spelled it like a mic, a sure mic.
Look, I looked dead at the sure on the side of the mic and just went to typing like.
It happens.
My bad.
No, it doesn't. Don't tell me to feel better. No, it don't.
It happens.
Man, we go back a long time, man.
And, we do.
It's crazy to see like us the growth,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And where we come from and where we're at now,
right?
And seeing what you're doing, man, it's just inspiring to me and to a lot of people. I hadn't talked to you about your homeboy passing away, man.
B-House.
Yeah, and I know he was a close friend to you, and he was from Chicago, with you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to send my condolences to you, bro, because I know that was a big loss for you.
Yeah, we grew up together, and I got him out of there. And he probably lived his best life here when he got here, but he's not, unfortunately, not with us. And also, another good friend of mine that we grew up with, Melvin Stebbins, he passed a few months ago. And then another friend of mine that we went to school with, 2 other friends of mine, DeMarco Willie and then Pat McGee, passed within the last few months. And I'm just speaking of the brothers, right. You know what I'm saying? There's been some sisters that have passed. as well. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but we have fathers that are not here anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's very important, especially in our community. Fathers are needed.
Bad.
You know, even if there's like a glitch in the matrix and there's some communication issues, you're still needed. And you know, when people you know and you grow up with start passing, you start looking at your own mortality like, man, what have I done and what haven't I done that I've been wanting to do? So those are the things where I'm at in my life now. I'm at a point where I can pick and choose who I want to deal with and what I don't want to deal with. And, you know, right now it's all about establishing the future for my children. You know, I grew up with people fighting over, you know, leftover furniture and TVs and cars when somebody passes away and things like that. And
That's real.
And till this day, my family is still affected by that kind of stuff. 30 years ago, they're still being affected by what happened then. We're not doing that with my children. Man. You know, they don't have to start from zero. Well, you know, if they, you know, I don't have any grandchildren, but when I do, my grandchild will never have to start from zero.
Do you know how many kids you just have? I just thought you had the girl. You got 3 kids.
I got 3, 2 boys, Kavion and Kalik. They 32 and 30. Shout out to my son KT the Intellect. If anybody know who KT the Intellect is, that's my oldest son.
Wow.
And then my youngest daughter, her name is Kendall. She
just graduated, right?
Yeah, last year. She's named after me. She completed her freshman year at Prairie View. Right now, she's doing a internship at Texas A&M this summer, doing like spinal cord research and things like that. She wants to be a doctor, so we're supporting that. Man. And her birthday was 2 days ago, so you know I just had to give her some money.
Right.
And I just got a text message. But you know, it is what it is.
Man. So I know you very proud of her and everything she's doing, man.
Yeah.
Because that's a big deal, dude.
And you know,
I do an internship.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
This is my internship.
Somebody got to do it, you know, and you might as well do it with family. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, family is the most important thing that we have on the planet. And,
shit.
And a lot of people, the older you get, the more you realize
that's real, man.
The older you get, the more you realize that, because a lot of families have been broken and gotten distant, and now you meeting people and you dating somebody and you go, who your people? That's the, you know, you didn't find out y'all fifth cousins or something like that, and you know,
and you've been dating for 6 months.
Exactly.
Done everything together.
Y'all done did the do, and now y'all find out y'all fifth cousins.
Exactly. So you know, we got to make sure that the family stays more intact.
I got the choice tonight.
Yeah, and the older I get, I try to be somebody that, you know, bridges that gap that can, you know, continue the communication with all my family.
Man, I mean, it's so important, man. You know, when you 18 to about 28, 29, those things in life don't really matter.
They don't look, because you feel invincible, like I got time to do everything.
Man, dog, you're young, you just think you can do everything, man. You start hitting those 30s and 40s, man, everything start changing. Your mind starts changing, and how you looking at things starts to change.
When you become the parent that go, y'all, what is this y'all listening to?
Right.
That's where the change happens. Because that's what my mama used to be like. Is this what you listening to? Right. And I'm like, man, this what's going on. This what's hot in the streets. Now my daughter, my son to play me son, I'd be like, this is everywhere. I'm like, I can't understand nothing that they say. And it just hit me like, that's the same thing my mama used. I can't even understand. They rapping too fast. I can't understand it. It's just like, I'm one of them now. You know?
Right.
And
I'm one of them.
Don't get to the point where you sitting on the porch or the patio in the front yard and being like, get off my yard.
Man,
just don't do that.
I don't want to.
Nobody want to be that.
And if you in my yard in Arizona, in that desert landscape chilling, enjoy yourself, because something must be wrong with you, because it's hot as hell on them rocks.
Man,
right.
But you know, you do your thing. But it's just one of them things. But at the same time, as much as you want to distance yourself from everything, you still have to know something about it, because it might benefit you down the road, just for, you know, how you know about that? Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man, you cool. man, let's work together. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I also think that for the young people and the older generation, we both need each other, man.
We gotta have each other.
You learn something from the kids. You know, I learned a lot from this dude,
especially technology.
Yeah,
because they growing up with technology.
Right. I mean, just learn how goofy kids are.
Yeah,
man. Because that one in the front room.
You know, now, man, it's just, man. Sometimes you just we take things too serious.
Yeah.
And the kids, you know, they live in the moment. And sometimes, man, you get caught in paying bills and the, you know, the rat race that we are in.
Right.
And sometimes it takes a couple minutes, man, to just fuck off with the kids, man, and talk shit and be happy. She don't care about anything. My daughter,
she's mean.
She's
don't
you know, they live in the moment.
They live
real
right now.
I walk in the living room. I walk out the room this morning. She goes, Jimmy, stink ass breath. I was like, damn.
At 2, almost 3.
I was like,
that was the first thing she said to him.
I just brushed my teeth too. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
she wild.
She got a whiff before you made it. She said, when I see him, I'ma tell him.
I was like, damn.
Kids, man.
Yeah, they don't care.
No
you know they
filter.
don't care. No filter. Tell you whatever.
Nothing.
It's crazy because y'all have a daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had sons. Sons was like, get up. You're all right. Leave that alone. Blah, blah, blah. Sit down somewhere.
Right.
With your daughter, you see her falling. You try to go, no. You try to get underneath her to protect her and hold her and catch her and everything. But these girls is tough, though.
Yeah, man.
They tough, and they, you know, kids are very resilient.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the way they look at things is more like, oh, it's okay.
Right.
I can move on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I cried about that. It's over with.
I'm over
with.
Go ahead, move on.
That's what happened when she lost her teeth.
Yep. Fast.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. And you know, we'll hold a grudge forever. They'll argue and fight with their friend, and then the next day they playing with each other like nothing ever happened. But us, we be like, man, forget him. I ain't got to deal with him no more. Forget her too. You know,
man,
I ain't dealing with her neither. Man.
Man, somebody talk trash to me and make my day bad. I don't even have to deal with you.
Oh
bro.
man, I'll cut you off in a minute.
That's mad. I ain't gotta
deal
with
like,
that
well,
shit.
Ken, because everybody would be seeing me now. They'd be like, Ken, we thought you moved. And I'd be like, my number's still the same, my Facebook's still the same, my Instagram's still the same, my everything's still the same. If you really wanted to reach out to me, you could have.
You could hit me up.
But for me, I'm gonna tell you what happened. COVID happened, right?
Yeah.
You know how I was running around before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
When COVID happened and I was able to get like 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah.
That was the first time in my adult life
really?
that I was able to do that.
Wow.
And you feel your body recovering better. Your mind is clearer. Your energy is just different. Cause I would date women and they used to go, how are you doing? I'm like, what you mean? You don't sleep. I'm like, I do sleep. They said, no, you rest for a little while, but you don't sleep. So when I start getting them 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep every night, that freed my mind to go, I think I kind of like this. Yeah. And I don't think I need to be going out as much as I used to when the world opens up again. And I don't really want to deal with the venues, and I don't want to deal with the bands, and I don't want to deal with the patrons. I don't want to deal with the waitress and making sure everybody is happy. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm not having a good day, but I got to make sure everybody else is happy.
Like, we can pick it up and eat at home.
Exactly.
The thing, nobody's replaced you yet, bro. I want to say that to you, man. Ain't nobody replaced you yet, man. It's, you know, cats talk all that trash, man, but it's so many cats that's older that's still running the situation. Okay, because we need it, man.
Yeah,
and I love seeing you doing your thing, man. But I want to last question right here before we get into a break.
Okay.
What is the future? What are you planning on doing for this year, next year? What you have coming up, or what do you got going on?
I am gonna start the podcast back up.
Okay.
And the crazy part, I was doing the podcasting before anybody was really doing podcasting. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Man. And I'm bringing back the underground experience, but it's gonna be maybe like once every 2 months. I can't commit myself to anything other than that right now. And I think that gives me some time in between, and it gives the people who want to come time in between to build up and get that energy right. So then by the time we do have the time together, it can be beautiful. And then we know, man, I got to get ready because it's coming back around in a couple months. But that's one thing. I usually do a big birthday party every year, and I haven't done it for the last few years, but my birthday is September 27th. Shout out to all the Libra gang out there. So I'm going to do a birthday party this year. And then
How you going to boo the Libras, bro? Just because I'm one.
Yep.
Shout out to the Libras.
Because I saw how you was just like, yep, Libra gang. You was all over there like Libra gang.
You the only cool sign. That's why.
Yeah.
But man, that's dope, man. Let's take a quick break, Jimmy. We'll get back into more with Ken.
Shout out.
What is what? Something new?
What is this? I don't like that.
They changed how you add videos in. Yeah. To do it, if you look at welcome back, we're going to talk here with Ken Kong. We're going to go into let's go into Habari News Weekly real fast.
Week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison, sponsored by
Friends podcast.
Yeah, man, it's some good shows out there, man,
Yeah.
and people are parlaying these shows into big money, man.
That's how I know I'm getting older. I sit down and watch podcasts.
Like
I used to
Club
watch
Shay
cartoons.
Shay is
Man.
incredible. And with him and Chad, that's one thing. But when they bring in Gilbert man, they be like,
yeah, man,
it's a whole they doing their
it's
thing
a lot
right
of
now.
talent out here, man.
Yeah.
And I like that the talent isn't being filtered by these big companies.
Yeah.
I like that the people are able to get out there and talk to people, man, and bring their perspective without the need of some big ass studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could do it yourself. I think it's dope.
I think so.
Not everybody is gonna love all these podcasts.
No.
You know, you see people complaining, and a lot of them won't last. Most of them get filtered out. It's fine, man. But hey, we
and shout out to the Knuckleheads podcast. I love they format. They bring the players in, the coaches in. You know, stuff that you only see these people, but you don't really get to know who they are, their upbringing, and everything.
The Knuckleheads was Darius Miles.
Yeah, I've seen it. The only one I've watched is the one they brought Kobe in.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was really good.
I think that brought, but it was right before he died too.
Yeah,
right before. I think it was like a week or two before.
Yeah,
and see, those are the moments,
right,
that you just think, oh, Kobe gonna be here, but you know.
That's the thing about Kobe dying. It was one of the last people. Like, you know what I mean? You don't think of that.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that was a sad day, man.
It was crazy.
I have never
2020
shed a tear for a celebrity in my life, but that day that was sad.
I think everybody bought their eyes out. I bought mine.
That was sad, man.
It was
it's just dude was
and his
that year 2020 was. Look, I got into a car accident January 10th, 2020. Now, the first wedding I did was March 7th of 2020. COVID happened the next week and the world shut down.
Man.
Then I had knee surgery in September of 2020.
Damn.
So it was like that whole year, I remember everybody was going, oh, this is the year 2020 vision, 2020 this, 2020. And 2020 just
got shut down.
Yeah, that's
You
what
was jinxed. God damn it.
We lost his brother, his older brother that year.
I lost, and it was like a month or two. It was right after his birthday.
Yeah, I wish to goodness, man.
Or 2 days. It was 2 days before Father's Day.
I wish they wouldn't have opened those bars back up, bro.
Yeah,
because that's what he was at.
That's
with
the
those
first
bars.
thing that was open.
And
that should have been one of the last.
And that was the most violent. Once those bars opened back up, people hadn't been in those bars in 8-9 months. Man, they was in there acting a fool, man.
And you got people that's stressing because their money ain't right. They ain't got no job. They can't do this. And let me just go get a few. And before you know it, you don't even remember nothing. And you know,
and it's crazy because I was a freshman in high school when it started. Like when the quarantine
That's
and
crazy.
all that. I was a freshman in high school. But when everything, when I started to go back in person, I was like a junior.
Yeah.
It's
sophomore,
crazy.
Junior, yep.
The last time we went out was our anniversary 2020. And then literally 2 days later, shut down.
My birthday was March 9th. And I think everything shut down like a week later.
A week later.
Because our anniversary is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And we went out that weekend, and the next thing you know, shut down.
We was talking about it during the dinner.
I was glad
because everybody was coughing at dinner.
For real?
They bought me.
It was at the restaurant. We was sitting. It was an outside setting.
That's why we took it because
like, all right, cool.
we can be outside.
Right.
We knew that people was getting this shit, so we was like, all right, let's go somewhere where we can sit outside. Went out there, man. People were still out there. We was like, man, dude, this shit's about to shut down. And a few days later,
shut down.
I'm telling you, I did that wedding. And then the next week, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, and
I was because for my birthday I got I got a PS4, and they were like, yeah, happy birthday, whatever, whatnot. And a week later, everything shut down. I was like, thank God I had something to do,
right? Because
and it was crazy because I had
still do it to this day,
right?
I had civics class, and civics, we just talk about talk about the news.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The world.
So we were watching CNN, and they were talking about like a flu that was going around. And I was like, everybody was just like,
right. Especially when you're young, you don't care nothing.
Yeah, we was like, whatever.
Yeah.
The school was about to end like a week later. We had like 2 weeks of school left. And no, it was towards like the end of the third semester. It was like towards the end of the third semester.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you guys won't have school tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just be safe. We won't wipe everything down. They was like, oh, okay, now we won't be in school for the rest of the week. Cool. A week turns into like 3 years.
Yeah.
It was like, God damn.
When I knew it was real is when the NCAA shut down the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
I said, oh, they're not even doing a tournament?
At all. No,
it's over
that year.
It's shutting down.
The NBA postponed.
But they should have sat out the whole year. Everybody, a lot of people agree.
They should have just
took an L the year. We chilling, but
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's about money.
Let's get into the first story for the week, man, before we can get up out of here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We got a couple news stories.
Talk faster. Go ahead. I went on you.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Run the news weekly.
I did.
He already did, Mama. We just got to talking after that. Go ahead.
I didn't hear the news weekly. I heard the commercial.
Yeah.
My bad.
Damn.
Goofy.
All right. What else?
You see how she doing me? This is everything.
You're the intern. Somebody got to do it.
Exactly.
It wasn't me. Somebody has to be that person.
Right.
All right, y'all. So this week, InfoWars founder Alex Jones appeared before a federal bankruptcy court on Friday to address an emergency motion by the Sandy Hook families that he immediately liquidate his assets to fulfill the terms of their lawsuit. The judge declared Jones' assets to be liquidated, which leaves the question on when and how these transactions will take place to compensate the families.
Man, dude, he messed up, man.
On Alex Jones' show, he claimed that he has no money.
Yeah, right.
But his most recent legal filings showed otherwise.
Yeah, we know that. We know better than that.
Jones personally has $9 million in assets, including an Austin area house valued at $2.6 million. And he has other real estate as well. He also listed his living expenses for the month of April alone at $69,000, including $16,500 in expenses for his house.
See, he's living the $1 million lifestyle. That's going to equal
while
to about $1 million.
complaining that he don't have no money to pay these victims.
We know all the shit you sold on InfoWars, bro.
All them pillows.
We know all the products he used to sell. He used to sell all type stuff. They love that dude.
The crazy part, I was a fan of his years ago, like because he was talking about some real stuff, but then he went Rush Limbaugh. And then at that point, he kind of like picked a side, you know what I'm saying? And his side was financially beneficial until it wasn't, you know, but it's just sad, you know, death is not something people need to be profiting from anyway.
Man, I don't understand.
Especially from children's deaths.
Right. It's what he fed, what he was feeding into and what he got into. He fell down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Yeah, I don't know exactly what he was pushing at first because I never was really into him, but I know that he started getting too far into it. Yeah, and once you start doing that, you know what I'm saying, and you don't pull yourself out,
right?
You get in trouble.
And he was a conspiracy theorist from the beginning,
right? Okay,
so that was his main thing. He'd be like this, that, and the third. But then, like I said, he picked his side, and then once he started going down that rabbit hole, as you say, it was like, I need to stop right here.
Yeah.
If I don't, I can't go back. And he went too far.
Okay. So I'm thinking his theories at first were more financial theories, reasons why the poor are poor and things like that.
If people look at old Alex Jones stuff, he talked, you know, he was talking that talk. He would have black people on there. He was like Latino. He was like, you know, he was like that. Okay. And then all of a sudden he just went the other way. He just went the other way. And it's just one of them things. It's sad though, you know, all the people in the world you can hurt, but then, you know, you want to hurt children.
Man, just yesterday, you know, we've had a couple incidents happen at the Juneteenth. I think it was one in Texas. And there was another shooting in Michigan.
On a splash pad.
Right. And to think, you know, the people from Sandy Hook, they were complaining because these bump stocks were made legal by the Supreme Court. And to see all these shootings the day after they made that decision, to see the what's going on, man, it's just crazy. And you know, people like, unfortunately, him, Alex Jones, and other people, they want to push this shit to the side and act like these things are not a big deal. And that's they love it. They're really just deep into that hole of these things aren't really happening. They just saying it happening for they can take our guns because they want to take our guns away. And you know how many people are on that crazy stuff.
The same way when Biden took over the presidency and the Trumpers decided, we're gonna go ahead here and take over these buildings and we're gonna do what we want to do. And somebody said that's what black people should do. I said if black people had ran up on the property, they'd already been shooting before they even put a foot on the grass. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you can do and certain things you can't.
Even made it to the curb.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't have got
to the curb and would have been dealt with.
It would have been shooting immediately.
Yep.
And you know, but people try to downplay that. Oh, that wasn't really a big deal.
Man. I mean, it's the dude still running for president. They still acting like it's no big deal. This dude tried to take over. If they would have,
this dude just raised $56 million the day after he got convicted
of a felony.
And he's the most. I won't say he's some people say he's the most divisive.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most polarizing for sure.
Yeah.
And his supporters are 100% behind him with everything, and however he want to do it, they down to do that. You know, I recently got my CDL, and so I had to go do my physical and stuff like that. And it was some people in there, they were like, yeah, but since the Democrats took over, blah, 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 I don't want to even live here anymore, blah, blah, blah. And the way they're treating Trump and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. Like, but before, you know, when we grew up in an era where you didn't talk about finances, you didn't talk about political views and blah, blah. When Trump started running and everything,
they openly talk about
they
this
just
stuff.
openly talking about it. And it's just like, man, we can't even, like, I don't care what you do. You're going to vote for who you vote for. You're going to believe. The same way with religion. Right. You're going to believe what you want to believe. You're going to, you know, if you treat me right and I'm respectful to you and you the same to me, that's all I care about at the end of the day. But you have some, you know, you have families that are like,
that won't even talk to each other.
That won't
anymore.
even deal with each other because of this.
Man.
You know,
it's definitely been, I've seen a lot of different programs with people like, I don't mess with my dad anymore. It was one where this dad, he just went crazy, man. So he ended up threatening some politicians, and now he's in jail for like 25 to life. His son, you know, he stopped dealing with his son. His son was trying to get him to stop, telling him that he's going too far. But dude he was just falling through that rabbit hole. Then he started calling politicians and telling them, leave Trump alone and do this. Y'all, I'm going to kill you if you. He left his son a whole bunch of messages because his son wasn't with him. You know, fuck you, son. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, because he didn't want to agree with him in this Trumpy cult that they in.
Man.
I mean,
But I mean, you know, at least Biden supporters aren't passing out at a rally.
Man, one thing about liberals is this. If a liberal,
we not being taken to a hospital at a rally,
they gonna tell you about it. That's why right now they like, we don't know if Biden gonna make it, because the things that he have done wrong in the 4 years, the liberals gonna tell him about it.
Right.
And that's just how liberals are. They don't care what's going on. They gonna tell you, hey dog, you not doing this right. The cult of Trump, he doesn't do anything wrong. Nothing he does is wrong.
Yeah.
Biden supporters, they're fickle. You fuck up, bro, they gonna leave.
Yep.
Because that's not what they're about. It's not a cult. They don't care. If Biden is not doing the right job, they're gonna pick somebody else. These people are cultivists. They're gonna be in a cult, and that's how they run. Let's go to the next story, man.
Elon Musk got a $56 billion pay package.
Oh my goodness.
Do you think that's fair when the worker is only making $40,000?
I can't believe that it passed. I can't believe that he's been losing.
Didn't they just lay off a bunch of people?
They've been laying off people
because they
all
wanted
year.
to cut costs.
Their stocks has been going down all year. Like what? I mean, he's doing a bad job.
Sales have been dropping.
But the shareholders still voted to go ahead and pay this man
money,
$56 million.
It's like they're being held hostage by this dude.
Them his partners.
That's his boys.
Well, you remember what Trump did before he got out of office? He let all his partners out of jail and prison.
He sure pardoned a lot of them.
He let them go. Like,
but wait, you see a lot of the ones that he pardoned, they went against him, and that's why he got convicted.
Yeah, but see, that's biting the hand. So, you know, we live in a world where you should know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically said, look, y'all gonna get caught up. Right. Don't worry about it. Before I'm up out of here, I'm gonna make sure y'all straight. Man. Just shut y'all mouth and don't say nothing. And that's what they did, and he let them go.
Yeah, if he get in office, he gonna try to probably pardon all the January 6 people.
He gonna probably try to pardon himself.
He keeps talking about, he probably pardon himself also. He keeps talking about pardoning them because they were just good patriots. They were just patriots trying to do the right thing. So he's gonna try to act like that wasn't a big deal.
Just like the Elon Musk people don't think that it's a big deal that he got $56 million while the workers is barely being able to pay their rent and pay their bills.
The CEO pay today, man, is insane.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I think I was talking about it last week, man. I think it's 200 to 1.
Yeah,
is their pay?
It's probably more than that now.
The average CEO pay to a person.
It used to be like 3 to 1,
right?
Yep.
And then it just kept going up and up and up, and then you got these people, they fire them and say we're gonna let you go, but then they give them like a $15 million
right.
package to walk away.
Right.
Like,
dog, it's insane. And then we got people online fighting, talking about the McDonald's workers just got $3 more.
And they mad that McDonald's is making $15 an hour.
They pissed that the McDonald's worker is making $15
and have you tried to buy a Big Mac combo lately?
And it's $15.
Right.
And we know they selling more than that an hour. It's man, it's crazy, man.
The dollar menu ain't even a dollar no more.
No dollar menu.
They call it the $1, $2, $3 menu. That motherfucker is $2, $3, $5 menu.
The only thing that I can verify at McDonald's that's less than $1 is apple slices and cookies. Like you can get a cookie or apple slices for like $70.
The cookie going over $1. It's gonna be $1.25.
Well, I mean,
if you're getting 2 cookies, it's gonna be over $1. But if you get one cookie, it's gonna be 50 cents.
Yeah.
And then if you buy their little drinks, that's how they reel you in. They drinks is only $1, but after taxes like $1.08, $1.15.
Ain't no dollar drinks no more.
Nope.
It's $1.49, $1.29.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me say, it's one spot that I go to. Soup. I ain't gonna say the name, but to me, they make the best frozen strawberry lemonade in the business. And
Wendy's.
No,
I'm gonna guess. I'm kidding.
It's frozen. It's frozen strawberry lemonade. It used to be $1. Then it went to $1.29. Then it went to $1.49. Then I went to one spot. It's $1.79 now, and I'm like,
I think I know now.
Yeah.
How long ago?
I wasn't gonna say the name, but I'm just saying.
Ain't gonna get copyrighted.
No, but I'm just saying.
Knew it.
The cost is going up for everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all making money. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the things.
They want to be able to make the money while we don't make the money, and we sit here and struggle paying the prices for their product.
The cost of living in Phoenix has gone up,
man,
like
tremendously in the last 10 years.
Last 4 years, man, like 10 years before.
The last 4
or 5 years.
You can't even find a 1-bedroom apartment less than $1,000 now.
It used to be $5. Is it $7 now for the Little Caesars?
Little Caesars usually get 2 for
like $10
to 10.
Now it's 2 for $15.
Man,
if you get
Subway $5 for
$5
it's $6
what
now.
Are they now? $7, $6?
For $11.
$11. Wow.
Yeah, because if you go to Little Caesars, like he was saying, the pizza by itself is $7. Then you want to get a crazy bread with the sauce. That's another $4.25 on top of that.
And that's mandatory.
And then a drink, the 2-liter soda, that's another $3.25 just to get a meal. It's $15 just to get a meal from Little Caesars to feed 3 people.
And the thing that's the problem, the biggest problem is that we see y'all profits.
Right.
They try to act like, oh, we're hurting, we got to raise these prices, but y'all breaking profit records every month, every quarter. So it's hard to be in the corner of these companies when they're making all this money, and then we know what they're doing. They're messing it up in the back end.
Yep. They're using cheaper ingredients. They're using
everything's cheaper.
Everything.
And then they're charging us 2 times more than what they were charging us and telling us that, oh, it's because of this or that.
Oh, it's because we had to give employees a raise. So we're going to raise our prices on our menu to compensate the employee raise.
But we never have to compensate these employees getting paid, these CEOs getting paid $50 billion. They
don't ever take a pay cut.
Like, I don't get it. Like, they keep on getting paid more and more and more. And how is that okay while the normal worker is getting paid $15 an hour? And these dudes are making millions an hour.
And the federal minimum wage is $7.25.
And hasn't moved since the 90s.
And it hasn't moved in 30 years.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's hard out here, man.
It's tough.
That's why I tell people, if you can find you a partner in life,
because nowadays it takes 2 people's income to run a household,
man.
And you may be able to do it by yourself, but if you get sick or somehow you lose your job and you ain't got that,
you're done.
It's real, and that's one thing that being in a committed or strong relationship a marriage, things like that, with a real partner, somebody that you can really depend on, and that got your back, you got they back, and everything like that. That's what it's all about,
That's real, man.
because at the end of the day, even love is a business, because I'm gonna pay to see you one way or the other. We gonna go to dinner. I'm gonna cook for you. We gonna go to the movies. We gonna spend this gas to come over and pick you up and do this. It's a business. A relationship is a business, and eventually you have to decide: is this the kind of business you want to be a part of or not?
That's real.
But love is for real though. I would say, like, because in my mind I have this song in my head that I haven't done yet. But it's basically about, if you single, put your hands in the air, and if you rather be in love right now, put your hands in the air.
That's real.
Yeah.
We always celebrating being alone. Let's celebrate
for real
change.
For real.
What's the next story?
All right. You can run the hot mess.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Unless you want to, the only other thing.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess with Aisha Rowan. Sponsored by
Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken.
Wait,
shut up.
Give me a second.
If you're looking for some good old soul food, go on down there to 19th Avenue and Greenway and get you a good old plate of that soul food. They got some catfish nuggets. They got collard greens, macaroni and cheese. They also got peach cobbler on the menu, reasonably priced. Or you can check out the new location in Mesa.
Man,
there you go.
Look, Have y'all tried it? Y'all didn't try it yet.
No, not yet.
Oh my God, I've tried it.
And I could use some of that peach cobbler.
I had their catfish.
Look, that
catfish.
They
macaroni
so
and their yams.
Yeah,
that shit is ridiculous,
man. And these are St. Louis staples. You know what I mean? So
we gotta go this weekend.
So yeah,
we gotta go this weekend because
that's your Father's Day lunch.
I want me some catfish and some yams.
That's your Father's Day lunch.
Yeah, man.
Now, do they got cabbage? Because that's my favorite thing. I love the cabbage.
The corned beef.
I like tartar.
I wish somebody out here would have a good corned beef and cabbage.
No matter what fish it is. No matter what fish it is, though. For me,
yeah,
it's typically when they give you
catfish and tartar sauce. Hell,
yeah, no,
it all tastes the same.
Hot sauce.
It's hot sauce
for real.
And everybody can't make catfish. I'm sorry. If I taste that fish, that's catfish good. Is the worst when it tastes dirty.
Yeah,
it is because it ain't clean. It's not cleaned properly.
Yeah,
that's why it tastes fishy. It's not cleaned properly.
I think they make their own hot sauce. Usually restaurants will bring you in bottles and everything. But they brought out
a house sauce, yeah.
Oh my God, it's like sweet and spicy.
Yeah, we gotta make it over there, man, before we can stop talking about it.
Yeah,
and not know what it is.
For real.
But anyway, what's the hot mess?
Take me with y'all.
This week's hot mess is going back to Diddy.
No,
I know.
Everybody grunted.
I know. He has been a hot mess for a while now, but Diddy has recently given back a major honor, returning New York's key to the city. After Mayor Eric Adams requested it back in a letter, citing the Cassie assault video, Adams added that he stands with the survivors of domestic abuse, before noting that the key to the city is only given to individuals who act as a model citizen. Which is a standard the selection committee feels that Diddy no longer meets.
Man, I hate to say it, bro, but I've known this since 1995. I mean, I can't believe I ain't saying I knew that this dude was beating up people, but I knew that
he wasn't innocent.
You don't get into it with a whole bunch of gangsters,
right?
Unless you doing some gangster shit also,
right?
I mean, that's just been my thing. They all used to be like, no, it's just Tupac going crazy. I'm like, nah. Tupac ain't gonna get into it with somebody by himself. I'm sorry, that's not how shit works. Diddy them was on some street shit, just like he on some. That's all that was, period. But you got to give it up, man. I mean, I know it hurts, dude. You know what I'm saying? He's to everything that he's worked to get to is being taken away. But when things like that happen to you, man, and you're beating a woman on video, man, you're gonna lose
in a hotel.
It don't matter. I was just watching a video and they were like, people been trying to warn people about Diddy because they were like, what's one thing you should I should know about while I'm coming up?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, stay away from taking you shopping parties.
I don't know what the dude has
Well,
been
I mean,
doing.
you know, there have been several
nothing about that.
rumors.
Stay away
There
from
have
that.
been several rumors
Uh-huh.
that the women Diddy have dated or been in a relationship with,
Mm-hmm.
they can only wear white fingernails. They they can't wear any other color on their fingernails polished other than white, like the French manicure.
Okay.
Because that was just one of the things that he required that all of his women partners did. And as I look back at some of the photos and videos of the two of them together, or him and one of his other exes, that's all they wore. Like in every photo or every video where you could see their actual hands.
She right.
They all have white fingernails.
But not to defend Diddy.
Right.
But white toes is amazing.
It
So
the toenails, I give it to you.
Wait, never mind.
But I was saying, I don't mind white.
Those are red.
Yeah, I don't mind. I kind of prefer white, to be honest. But
it looks cleaner.
It looks cleaner, especially if she got her manicure right.
Yeah.
But a pedicure and sandals with white toes.
Yeah,
man.
That Sandra's on.
It don't get no better for me.
It
don't get no better.
The French manicure,
that French tip.
Yeah, that does look good. Man. But man, you know, some men have things like that where they feel as though they girls, you know, have to be a certain way. You know, it's certain guys who don't like to see their girls in tennis shoes at all. You know, they don't like them see them in jeans. You know, it's just guys like that. They want them to be in heels and dresses and stuff all the time and be as feminine as possible. Everybody's different, man. But hey, everybody like to date that dude.
They like what they like. Like me, I don't like women wearing wigs. That's a turnoff to me.
Right.
Finally, another brother said
I don't
it.
like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't even that big. I'm not even that big on weave, like extensions and stuff like that.
I hope y'all women are paying attention to this.
They're not. They don't care.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you take off your wig and you go from Megan Good to Curtis Jackson, you're gonna have a problem.
But my thing is, if you watch any TV show and there is a black woman on there, 99 times out of 100, they're wearing a wig.
Yep.
If you watch any like court show, anything that they're wearing a wig, and it's like, and they mess with their wig hair more
like it's theirs.
They would, if they used their regular hair, they wouldn't play in their regular hair as much. It's always like
they feel
it's
good,
like,
man.
yeah, and
they
I'm
feel
like,
good with a wig on.
You saw all these horses missing their hair.
But my thing is this though, man. That's the only thing I'll be trying to say, and a lot of women, they get upset with me. I'm just saying that what you're portraying and what you're putting out here is that black hair is not good.
Yeah.
And you can say whatever you want to, but the fact that y'all will never show black hair is showing to me that y'all don't think it's good enough. That you would rather be Indian, Asian, white, European, anything.
What Brazilian, whatever wig y'all got on.
Man, and there's too many women that's okay with that, man. When they start going
to the
wigs.
The weave is mine. The wig is mine. It's my hair.
When they left, I mean, there's still women doing a lot of weave, but when they graduated to the wigs, I thought that
they don't even want to do their hair no more.
They gluing the
edges,
they
gluing them, man.
They
the frontals,
the edges and everything.
Hold on, wait. Y'all seen the ones where they taking the wigs and they're pushing the hair to the front, and then they cut the hair and then they make these little curly they baby hairs.
It's back here, so they bringing all that down here to cover their foreheads up because they done took all of
and it looks
all that's gone.
It looks so bad.
Hey,
please
bring it back, man.
When they like scratching their head and their whole hair move, and
just bring back black hair, man.
Yeah, see,
let's bring back.
It's probably because I grew up in a family where all of my mother, all her sisters, and everything, they had long, you know what I'm saying, hair,
crowded.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up that way.
Right.
I prefer women that wear skirts. Not that you have to wear a skirt, but I like I like a woman that wears skirts because that's what I grew up with. But if a chick never, I love femininity.
Right.
Period. Point blank.
For real. What we got? Sports
and comics, then trivia, and we're out.
All right. So what we got in the sports?
Sports. I'm just gonna talk about Charles Barkley saying that next year's NBA basketball season will be his last season,
Man,
as a broadcaster.
We'll say congrats to him, man, on a dope broadcasting career. Dude is you got to think, man. He came from the NBA, and legend to be able to come from the court and go straight to the broadcasting and do a great job for 25 years. You got to give it up to him, man. And he is known as one of the best broadcasters out there. And bro was he said, I want to take the time to be with my family. You got to think, when you're doing the broadcasting, you're still on the road and the rest of your family a lot of the time, man, because you're moving. But
you're following the games.
I respect everything he's done, man. I don't know who's going to replace him, because dude, that's Draymond Green and a couple more people are trying to, and Paul George and the Jay Reddicks. I don't.
He's gonna be the LA Lakers coach.
Yeah, it looks like it. But we have a couple people that's doing things, podcasts and stuff. Patrick Beverly, but none of them has the charisma and have the he's just so funny and the knowledge. He's a very funny person, man, and doesn't take himself too seriously. And that's, you always love that about Charles Barkley. I was a fan of him before when he played, and I was a fan of him as a broadcaster. So
yeah,
man, it's dope.
What'd you think about the final series? This
man,
Mavericks in 7. Kyrie finna make history.
They finally forced the game 5, so
it's over in game 5. It's the last game. They gonna put them away.
They blew they wide.
Yeah,
they just let them. Boston knew, like, if we lose, we going home. We gonna win it. We gonna win at home.
I think Boston more or less felt sorry for them, so they was just more or less like, "All right, y'all, let's let them get a win over us.
Nobody
so we don't have to
that.
completely sweep them."
You got to think sometimes, man. You've been partying in Dallas for a week. You know what I mean? It just gets to you. You're just ready to go home. Yeah. They wasn't ready. They didn't play like they were ready. They been kicking it in Dallas, having a good time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If they'd went on and put them out their shoe in game 4, it wouldn't have been.
Not every team is that dope. Like, for real, that's just how it is. If you had a good team that was really, really disciplined, those cats still young, man. A San Antonio team, they'd have put them boys away. Back in the day, or the Bulls back in the day, they would have put them boys away. But sometimes a Shaq and Kobe team, they would have finished them boys. But
LeBron, like 2018, 2017, LeBron was playing now. Like he wasn't as old, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, if he was 10 years younger, he would still be killing these cats. Just like we say Jordan would kill these cats, and all the youngs, no, he would be a plumber. Like, shut up, man. They don't know nothing. LeBron would kill these cats.
Yeah.
Because the LeBron he would be just as good as he was back then.
Yeah.
It would be no question. And every superstar that I've watched, from Magic to would still kill. Yeah, people don't understand that people who were good would be good in any generation.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, they just had the talent and the go get him.
And without as much physicality, and with the floor being more open and everything.
Oh my goodness.
You wouldn't want to see Jordan right now.
Man. Or Magic. I couldn't imagine.
They'd be out there bulldozing.
You couldn't think about it. Magic, at the speed he was running at 6'9", coming at you with handles and able to hit anybody on the wing and all that, and you had all 3-pointers around this dude.
Oh
man, he would be a problem.
Right.
He would be a problem. And even Jordan in this day, where you can't double team, and they got all these 3-pointers and all these people spread out, and he could kill you in the post, he would murder now.
Every time.
But hey,
run the comic book.
All right, let's do comic book corner,
and then we'll get the game.
Comic Book Corner, sponsored by.
Get out there and check them out, man. If you need some soul food, some good old catfish, they are a good place to go. So The Boys season 4 has jumped off. We are seeing it's. I mean, it's okay, man. It's to me, it has been a little lackluster. It's still The Boys.
It's not. It didn't grab my attention to put me on the edge of my seat like them last 3 seasons did.
Nah, it hasn't, man. But we have seen some crazy stuff. The Deep. This year they did get an octopus a voice. I don't think that octopus had a voice.
It had a voice in the last season, but it was at the very end of the last season when it started talking to him.
But yeah, they
gave it more of a voice.
Definitely. Week. And it's a A-list celebrity who's doing. I can't see who's doing the casting. I forget who's doing that voice. I had it down. But anyway, it's crazy, man. The show is crazy, but I just think, man, 4 seasons in, and I'm like, I kind of need something to like happen. You know what I mean? Like, Homelander's been around for 4
seasons, and they've not done anything.
They ain't did anything to this dude.
And he's just getting worse and worse and worse. The senator lady,
she's been in there for 4 seasons. I feel like everybody that's bad has been there this whole time.
They've not solved
nothing, man.
Anything.
They're at the same place they was in season 1 to me. That's how I feel. Like it's feel like they're just running in place. And you know,
the only thing that's changing is with the actual superheroes. That's the Homelander and the Seven, and that's the only thing that's changing.
They brought in some new people, but I'm the new people aren't that intriguing to me. The smart girl, I'm not. I mean, she's manipulative. I'm not really seeing like, oh, she's so smart. It's just manipulation. Yep. And then the son, he's so wimpy, man. It's just he's wimpy chips, man. I don't know.
He
man.
really is.
I can't handle even listening.
He want to run off and cry somewhere.
Yeah, he's just a little chump. But I don't know, man. Go check out season 4. You know, it's on Prime Video. It's gonna, I think they released 3 episodes, so you can go check out the first 3 episodes, see what you think. It could get better, man, but it seemed like with it ending a little spoiler. The third episode ended like they was going to go into Homelander's background and where he's come from, and they really haven't delved into that much at all. Yeah. So they are going to go into that.
I mean, that's what could the next couple episodes might be.
Yeah, it looks like it, but I don't know, man. I just right now I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 for the first 3 episodes. I'm not really that pumped about it, man. But go check it out yourself and see what you think. Maybe the seasons will get better. Let's do a quick commercial, man, and let's get this trivia off. We get up out of here. All right, man. Let's play some trivia.
It's all on you, Ken. It's you and Dip together.
All on us, huh?
Yeah.
You 2 versus me.
Oh wow.
7 out of 10 questions. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Just like the Daniel and Tita podcast, you get 7 out of 10 correct. This time you get a Habari Entertainment t-shirt.
Nice.
All right. Question number 1.
Numero uno.
Who was the first rapper?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
and see, you got it wrong. You gonna get the wrong one. How you gonna get it wrong? No, I'm just playing. All right, question 2. Which hip hop group released the album Straight Outta Compton in 1988?
What the hell?
Come on now.
That's a layup.
NWA.
Layup. 2 layups. No, I don't think I'd have known that Kendrick Lamar question. I would have known that.
Which iconic hip hop artist's real name is Calvin?
Snoop.
Yeah, he's about to win this, but she done got some. Everybody knows that, man.
What is the birthplace of hip hop music?
Bronx, New York.
Who wouldn't know that? You.
Which hip hop duo released the album The Score, which won 2 Grammys in 1997?
Well, it was really a trio, the Fugees.
Yep. Why they call it a trio? Why they call it a duo? It's a trio.
2 men.
Yeah.
So what was it there? Oh,
I guess they didn't count her as a hip hop artist.
It's Mary J. Blige.
Yep, definitely is. Every one of them right.
Which hip hop artist starred in the
now.
movie 8 Mile?
Why are you giving all these layups? Because you just
M, you want me to? Yeah, she just want to give me a shirt.
Look, I just picked questions and I just rolled with it. Okay.
All right.
I told you. I just had it done. What was the title of Tupac Shakur's final studio album released before his death in 1996?
Why? Hold on 1 second. This is Machiavelli.
Yep, Machiavelli.
I for some reason I wanted to say Hail Mary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which rapper coined the term bling bling to refer to flashy jewelry?
I know it's supposed to be Lil Wayne, but I think it's really BG might be. I think it was a BG. That is say Lil Wayne.
Yep.
Bling bling.
Yeah.
Bling, bling. Yep. So you making a t-shirt.
That's how good. Who is widely regarded as the father of gangster rap?
This one might be tough.
Is it Ice-T?
Yep.
It is Ice-T.
Damn, 10 for 10. Look at that. We ain't never had that before.
Look, it's a first for everything, right?
Easy ass questions.
Yeah, that was easy.
I knew these questions.
Hey, I'll take it. We taking victories. We mad at the victories.
We'll have to get a shirt made for you ASAP, man.
I appreciate that,
man, for sure, bro. We thank you, man, for coming in and stopping with us, talking to us, man. It's been a few years since we've been able to chop it up, man.
I know. Last time I was in, you guys, you mentioned Daniel and Tita, and RIP to Daniel, a real good brother. And Tita, if you out there, we love you. You know, just know you're still in our prayers out there. You know.
Yeah.
It's one of them things, you know, but that was a part of like, they're here, you expect them to be here, and then the world gets basically sick, and then the people you care about that you expect to be there, then you know they gone, and you know it's just a cycle of life. Somebody has to not be here, and then somebody is gonna replace them, and you know, but
yeah, that was a
cold world.
Big loss, man. He was he was just he was one of those community. You two are a lot alike, because y'all just reach out, you know what I mean? And I met y'all both the same way. Both of y'all reached out, you know, because just the type of motherfuckers y'all are. Yeah. You know, and he was just one of those people, man. Some people, you know, I'm more of a recluse. Right. But y'all, you know, y'all was so outgoing, and he was so outgoing. Yeah. And yep, man, it's tough. But yeah, we want to thank you for coming through, man. And anything else that you want to talk about?
Just be on the lookout, you know. I'm on Facebook. I am Ken Kong 1. IG, I am Ken Kong. My email is iamkenkong@gmail. If you're looking for hosting, if you're looking to do some music together, if you're looking to promote something together, if you're looking for some podcast work, if you're looking for an efficient things of that nature, reach out to me. You know, let's do some business. If you're doing good business, if you don't do good business, don't reach out to me.
Shit, man, we might have to figure out a way, man, to do a couple events, man.
Man, we got to. The community need it, man. And
I
somebody
got event ideas. Hey, I just need help.
That's fine. And you know, we discuss how some people may have complained a little bit or made comments about there's so many different things going on in Arizona for Juneteenth. But I don't think they're under the comprehension of what it was like before.
Man.
So you have a community of people, especially on social media, that would complain, "It's nothing to do here. It's never anything to do." And now it's so much to do, and people are complaining that it's too many things to do. We had to come together. Shout out to Black Arizona. They were big as far as the Black Male X event as well. They were there promoting and videotaping and recording and things like that, and things like that. So shout out to them. It's a lot of things out here in the community now that weren't here just a few years ago, and sometimes we are working separately to accomplish the same goal because a lot of us don't know each other.
That's real.
But you got to get off of social media, physically come out to an event, meet somebody, shake their hand, exchange info and thoughts. That's the way to build. Man. You can't do complain on social media never helped anybody.
And unfortunately, man, people never take you seriously if they only know you on social media.
True.
They never take you as that. You have to look that person in the eye, man, to build that real relationship, bro. To get out there, you have to be out there. You're not gonna do it, man, sitting behind a computer, because people are not gonna build that knowledge of knowing you and knowing what you are. So you want to build a company that has staying power, you got to get off your ass and go do something.
And it's major when you do know somebody on social media and you meet them in person and they go, "Man, we Facebook friends. I know you from IG. It's such, oh man, that's good, man. Nice to meet you." If you don't have that, I think that is so important to somebody really feeling like, "Oh, that's my Facebook." You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we Facebook friends, but now we meet in person. So you can say the person I thought that they were is who I met.
Yeah.
Or, the opposite.
Versa.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, because some people be fake as hell. Yeah. But anyway, we ain't gonna go into that. But yeah, man, it was dope talking to you, chopping it up, too, man. And hopefully, like I said, we'll work together in the future and figure some things out, man, because we're trying to build something here, man.
Hey, so whatever I can do to support, if y'all need me, just let me know. If it's availability in my schedule, I'm gonna do it. That's just what it is. We go back years, you know, and that's the thing. We don't have to talk to each other every day.
No.
But when we talk, we pick right back up like there was no time in between. Yep. But we built a real relationship because we met each other in person.
Right.
So these are the things that if you meet somebody, you never know when you're going to be able to see them down the road, or you might need them or they may need you, but you already had that connection. Real, man. You know, that's what's real.
Yep, it's 100%, man. Well, we appreciate it, Jimmy. We appreciate it. You coming through, man, and hollering at us. Another episode of Habari Live. We will check y'all out next week. Do we know who we got coming?
Next week, let's see. I can tell you. Let me get my little calendar. I'm gonna have to actually get an actual like a calendar or something so I can keep up, because it's really getting to that point where I don't have very much. No, for next week, that is, we got Umberto.
Who was that?
Somebody you scheduled.
Did I?
Yeah.
Shout out to Bertha.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll have them in the house next week, man. We want to thank everybody for watching, sending in questions, and keeping the discussion going. Thanks for Ken, Aisha, Jimmy. Peace out. Next week.
Happy